takes 10,000 hours to become a great live performer, then streaming is a really good way to rack up experience. Unlike other gigs, you can do these as much as you want, whenever you want. They feel almost as real, and you can learn a lot. So today I'll show you how to use OBS with multiple cameras to make an engaging live music stream. My name's Michael Forrest, and this is Leaving the Laptop, a series about playing live electronic music without using a laptop. Well, not for the music parts anyway. OBS is a free app for live streaming. I use it on a Mac, but it's available for Windows and Linux too. To start with, I'll show you how to use 3 different types of camera. Camera 1 will be a DSLR. I'm using a Canon 5D Mark III, but there are lots of other options these days. I've got this camera on a normal tripod showing a close-up of the side of my synth. The better your camera sensor, the less trouble you'll have in low light. That's the reason to get a more expensive camera. So you can see if we turn the lights off and have these kind of quite dim lights, it still picks it up. Of course, it's only going to look as good as your worst camera if you're using multiple cameras, so, I've got the lights on. You'll need a way to connect the camera to your computer. I use a Blackmagic capture card. In OBS, we can add this as a new Blackmagic device like so. It's important to match the frame rate. I set my camera to 1080p at 24 frames a second, which is actually 23.98 in OBS, so there may be a bit of trial and error there. I had to install Magic Lantern on my camera to stop it turning off every half hour, but, different cameras will be different. Camera 2 here will be an iPhone, and we're going to use this to send video wirelessly. So I've got this C-stand to mount the phone overhead that's also strong enough for my big camera if I want. Some selfie sticks have a standard tripod thread. It's a cheap way to get a good phone mount. I've got this ball thing that lets me rotate the camera freely and lock it into position. All the links for this stuff I'll put in the notes, and if you buy them through my links, that kind of helps me. So, go for it, go shopping. It's definitely important to run power to the phone if you're planning a long stream, and also I'm using a power supply for the DSLR too, so I've got a couple of different options. The Canon official one seems to be a lot more reliable though. I have an app called Air Server on the Mac, which is called MF, Michael Forrest, and it shows up under screen mirroring, so I can mirror my screen to the Mac through Air Server. And Air Server shows up as a siphon app, which means that it gives a nice fast video connection to OBS. The problem with mirroring the iOS camera app is it puts loads of nonsense on top of the image. And since I couldn't find an app to just show the plain camera feed, I made one myself, and it's called Shoot, and it's in the App Store. As well as not showing any nonsense over the top of the camera, it also stops the phone from going to sleep. Finally, let's add the laptop's webcam since it's there. If you're reading chat, it's quite good that people can sometimes see your face at the screen. This is a music stream, so audio is very important, obviously. Even if you don't have any vocals in your music, you'll still want to plug in a microphone so you can talk to chat. You know how to get audio into your laptop, I'm sure, so I'm not going to show you that. Everything seems to have a built-in audio interface these days, so I'm actually mixing everything through my vocal processor, so I can just plug the USB from that into the laptop. You can set up your device as an aux in and you should see a signal. Now let's set up our stream. I reckon 3000 kbps or more is good. I'm doing 5000, but it really depends on your internet connection. You might have to type the video size in by hand to get the right image size. It doesn't seem to always have the right thing in the drop-down, so just type it in, it'll be fine. Usually I find my audio is a bit out of sync with the video at first, but you can set the sync offset in milliseconds in advanced audio properties, which you have to access via this little icon here. You can use the recording feature to test this. I find it pretty trial and error, to be honest, but the number you find seems pretty stable, like between cameras even. So how do we do this neat automatic camera switching? Well, OBS has a scripting interface, so I figured out a script to do this. There's a link to download my script below. Add it to OBS like so, and then press toggle to start switching. And it'll just switch between however many available cameras there are. And by the time you see this, I might have made it look a bit better. In the meantime, just look at the script log to see if it's working. Okay, so let's set up a stream on YouTube. So you're going to want YouTube Studio. And then in here, we've got live events. So if we go new live event here, now, if you set the time to be later this evening, then that'll mean people will see it come up in their feed ahead of time, which is handy. So I am playing some music. We've got custom here, I'm going to put it to unlisted because it's a demo. Create event. And then we can pick the type of stream key. I'm going to go single use because this is a demo. This is the important bit here, this stream name here. So we're going to OBS. We go settings. We'll see stream. And then we'll paste in our stream key. Start your encoder and then go to the control room. Right, so if we go into live control room, we can, once we've got some data, I don't know what makes this better. I think my Wi-Fi must be dodgy. Hit this and we can see that there is video coming through, and then when you're ready to just go live, you can hit start streaming and just pay attention to the chat down here. All right, so for Twitch, same thing. Select Twitch. So if we go Twitch settings, channels and videos, and then you've got your stream key in there. Paste it in. Okay, start streaming. Go to your live dashboard, and I think it's going to happen. Yep, there we go. So we see that's coming through. And then finally for Facebook Live. So in Facebook, start from your channel, create live, go connect, grab a stream key. Settings, we're going to go stream Facebook Live. We'll paste in this stream key. We'll hit start streaming, and then we should be able to see this come through. So you see the preview, it's got something. So there we go. There are loads of services out there for streamers to add overlays to their streams and donations and all that you can try once you've got the hang of the basics. Sometimes I have it so people can type commands into chat to trigger events on stream, like a cheer or a boo or a loaf of bread dropping down from above. Maybe I'll cover some of that in future, but for now, that should be more than enough to be getting on with. As well as doing these music-related videos, I also have a podcast, I make apps, and I try to save the world. I also have a Patreon where you can support me if you want, or just buy my apps. It's all good. Just let me know how you get on with these tips. Let me know if I've inspired you to start live streaming, and send me links. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, or before.